y'all? And we got something a little bit different here. We're starting a whole nother series, okay? This is just something personal. This isn't to do with trading, but just something that I'm personally interested in. So if you don't know, I have a technology or computer type background. Had a major in computer science, an undergrad, 4-year degree. So I'm about to learn Linux. Now, I did have a class in Linux, a little bit, but Linux is a skill that I'm trying to learn here to better myself, right? And I think it is going to be a challenge, right? But I'm up for the challenge. Okay, so I guess I would just want to use this first episode just to talk a little bit. We might talk about a little bit of the basics. I'm learning, so I'm no expert, but um, one thing I can tell you is let's talk about, in my opinion, the difference with the computer science versus information systems or IT. So although they're similar, it's a little bit different, right? So my background with computer science is with coding, right? So Python, Java, with the websites, CSS, C Sharp, HTML. Well, with information services or IT, information systems or IT, it's a little bit different from the sense where, yes, it might be some coding involved at times, but IT is a lot broader field, right? So you have like cybersecurity, you have like Linux, you have like system administration, things of that nature. Um, and it's very broad. So I am newer to IT, but with the computer science background, I feel it's gonna make Linux a lot easier to learn because I know all of those other languages. Okay. Um, so I'm excited, man. What I'm gonna be using here to learn Linux, I'm gonna tell you. What am I gonna be using to learn? Well, to do the actual hands-on practice, I'm going to be using Oracle VirtualBox. Okay. So this is a free platform, which is amazing. And what is a VirtualBox? A VirtualBox is basically, so on your computer is a entire computer itself, right? But with VirtualBox, it's like a computer within a computer. Okay. And you can run different types of operating systems or kernels um, on your computer without messing up your actual operating system, right? So the operating systems is like you have Windows 10, you have Windows 11, you have Linux, you have a lot of different types of things. You have Kali Linux, you have Ubuntu, right? So Linux isn't just one thing. Linux has a bunch of different like subsets, all right? But I'm gonna be using Ubuntu to learn, just because this is the one that I had used in college, right? And I did a little bit of Kali, but Ubuntu is what I'm most familiar with. Okay. So everything I'm gonna be using to learn is gonna be free, and I'm gonna be taking you guys with me every step of the journey. All right. Let's also talk about what other resources am I gonna be using. I'm going to be looking at some YouTube. I have to put it in a description below. It's one guy who has some pretty good videos that I've been looking at on YouTube. I also going to be looking at Chat GPT. Chat GPT is super helpful. Even with setting this thing up, right? Because you have to set this stuff up a certain way for it to even work. Um, Even with setting this up, Chat GPT was very helpful. Okay. So I'm gonna just go into the Ubuntu a little bit. We're not gonna get super deep into anything today. This is just like an intro video. Um, and you guys are gonna see the difficulties if I start do any kind of like projects. We're gonna record all of that. Why not? I'm learning this stuff, and if you want to learn it, you can tune in as well, right? Um, so what's the benefit of learning Linux, right? So Linux, I didn't know how beneficial Linux was, right? So Linux actually runs on so many different things, okay? So Linux actually runs on Roku. Linux runs on Android phones. Like it runs on like 80 to 90% of things that you have and you don't even know it. Okay. So it's super, super helpful to know, especially if you want to get into like cybersecurity, system administration, things of that nature. I'm interested in that kind of stuff, right? And what I kind of thought about, like, okay, Well, I do have a computer science background. Um, so the actual command line of this might not be that hard for me to learn. Of course, you got to learn a language, right? So learning a language is kind of like learning like a English, Spanish. It is literally the same thing, right? So you have a bunch of different things here. Let's clear this out. But a lot of stuff that you're gonna do is managing files, or you can manage a firewall. You can do simple things like always see where you are in the terminal. The command line work is going to be amazing. I'm interested to see what else I can do with Linux. Because really all the things that I know that you can do is with the command line, but I know it's going to be a whole lot more, and I am ready for the challenge. So yeah, I am super excited to do this, man. Like I said, I've learned this along. I'm just taking you guys along with the journey. I just thought this would be cool to put on the page, right? So if you guys are into IT or you looking to break into IT, um, come along for the journey, right? So I do have my Security Plus certification, all right, and I am going to be shooting for this Linux Plus certification from CompTIA as well eventually. All right, so I want to give myself a few months to really hone in on it, but that's going to be the goal, right? So here's the terminal for Ubuntu. I just been playing around with stuff a little bit, some very basic controls. PWD, PWD, PWD is supposed to tell you where it's at. Oh, there you go. I typed in wrong. PWD always gonna tell you where you're at. All right. You have LS, right? So LS tells you it's just like your files, right? So if you open up your files here, um, let's say if you want to go to like home, right? So this is your files right here, and this is just another way to get to it through your command. So LS will show you that right there. You do LSA, I believe. LS minus A, it might be something like that. Yeah. All right, so this shows more. So this is stands for all here. Okay. So ls will show you, your files here. And something cool you can do, cd means change directory. So I can change the directory right into my documents here. Okay, so what this does is this is the equivalent of me going to my files and going into my documents. Okay, so you can see I have two different types of things. I have a folder and then I have a hello file. The hello file you can see here is something very, very light here. I think it might open up in something else, but you'll be able to see it. Yeah, it just says hello world, right? So you'll be able to see that. Type ls again. Using the ls, you can see those two same files there, right? Um, cat is another one that is helpful. If you use cat, it will show you what's in the file, right? So you got hello world. So I can cd again into test. So boom, now I'm into this test folder. So this is the equivalent of me coming into here. And now I have the hello world dot text. I'm in ls, you see hello world dot text. Now, what you got to realize is you have to type this stuff exactly how it is, or it won't work. So let me show you this too. This is probably gonna be the last thing. This is because this is just some basic stuff, y'all. Just playing around with it, showing you guys hello world dot text. Watch, it doesn't work, right? It doesn't work. You have to have it exactly how it is, right? So cat shows you what's inside of here. Hello world.txt. You gotta type it exactly how it is. All right. You see, I have something here. It just says "Hello World." This is a test to see if we can edit this page WQ. All right, and I'll show you guys on the file. That's exactly what it says. If it loads up here. All right. So we're gonna be learning Linux, man. I am super excited for this. I hope you guys are along for the ride with me, man. I want to do this like once or twice a week. I'm going to be studying Linux every day, but I'll probably make videos on it once or twice a week unless you guys want to see more. So if you guys want to follow along with me, man, just let me know. Drop in the comments if you are already familiar with Linux. Let me know what resources that you use to study, um, to learn Linux, right? Because I'm super interested in Linux. So I appreciate y'all, man. If you like this, Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all in the next one, man. Let me know if you guys want to see some more of this. Peace.